Hi everyone. So let me just put these down. Today I thought I'd come on and I'd show you two little my tips to tricks, two little things that I've use from time to time and I've come up with. The first thing, as you can see, my glue gun's on, so we'll be using the glue gun for today. You can then use any type of glue for this project. The second thing you can see is loads of different flowers. Now, I've got foam flowers, I've got paper flowers, all different sizes. So as you can see, they're small, they're quite big, chunky. And then I've sort of got what I call miniature greenery. And it's miniature greenery, but they've got little sort of white tips of flowers on. And I'm doing a miniature project and I need flowers for it. And I'll get to that in a sec. So I've got some forget-me-nots, and then I've got some leaves. Now these are paper leaves, as you can see. I can bend them, I can shape them to where I want, I can do almost anything with them. The next type of leaves I've got are plastic leaves. Now these leaves you would generally buy in a pet shop, and they are the type of leaves that you would put in a fish tank. Because they're plastic, they're not bendable like the paper leaves, but they're fantastic for putting a bit of greenery in your flower arrangement. So I've got them out today, and the flower arrangement that I made, my own flower cluster, and I'm putting it out there now. Give it a go, it doesn't take long. It's got all, and I've painted it in a peach acrylic, which I got from the range. I painted it front and back and it dried all really quick. In the centre of that I've put a pearl, and then around the flowers I've put some of this plastic greenery to break the flowers up. Now you could put that in a centre of a table for a miniature. You might want to just take this out and just use your flowers, but it's a great way to use the materials you've got, because I don't know about everybody else, but I was looking on the internet recently and I wanted to buy more flowers, and I thought, do you know what, I'm really after some sort of variety of flowers. And before I bought, I don't know what made me do it, I had a look in my flower box and I came across these daffodils. Well, I thought, I didn't realise they were in there. One of my friends gave me a box and it had all different types of flowers in, which is where these leaves came from. And going back to me looking in the box yesterday, I thought, well, there's no need for me to buy flowers. I can use what I've got. So this is what I'm doing. I'm using what I got before I buy more flowers. So how did I make the flower cluster? Okay, so you'll need a piece of felt. I'm using pink. And you just want to cut it to the size that you do. Now I'm just going to do probably about the same size. Yeah, I'm going to stick to that. I can almost cut it down. The next thing I did, like I said, I painted this, so you'll need one of them. I'm going to do this one slightly different, but I tend to make them vary. I tend to mix it up. Now I'm looking for, if you just hear me popping about with my, is that too big? I think that's too big. Oh, I got them here. Perfect. Okay. Now I've got that. And the other flowers I'm going to use are some of these rosebuds. They've just got one sort of colour in them. And then these have got sort of two-tone colour. So I'm going to use some of them. I'm going to put these to one side a minute. And I'm going to use my forget-me-nots and some of the greenery, I think. Okay, with the forget-me-nots, as you can see, they're all in bunches. This is how I did it. I cut one off, and I tend to go for pink more than I do blue. So they're all bunched together and wrapped around with some florist tape, I think. So if you just pull one down, it should come undone. If you get it to about there, that's all you'll need really. I'm just going to keep going till I need the flowers that I need. I'm going to go for some pinks and whites. And I tend not to use the middle bit, but I'm not going to throw it away in case I need it. Let me just show, oh, go on better. Let me just show you what I did again. Literally just pulled it and it snaps apart when you get to a certain point. Okay, I'm going to put the foam flowers there for a sec. And then I think I'm going to use some of these smaller roses. They're paper flowers. And I'm not going to cut these all the way down, I don't think. But I do want to get rid of that florist tape in the middle. Okay, so keep them long. I tell you what, I need the wire, that's why I'm trying to keep them long. And I'll tell you why I need the wire now. And then for my bit of greenery, I think we'll use this for a change. Okay, so as you can see, it's not that many flowers on my board. Check a glue stick in there. Please tell me that didn't get stuck. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this little flower down on my felt, and I'm going to leave one petal with no glue. So I'm going to stick it just there, and before I lose this pearl, I'll stick that in the centre. Okay, then my flowers. So go with the paper flowers first. I will need the wire, so I don't want to stick it down. I don't want to cut it too short, so I will need the wire in a sec. So my paper flower, I almost want to go in between, so when it lays flat you're not going to see the wire. And then cut this down a little bit more. Put some glue on here. And then let's get my greenery. Like I say, these are plants that you would find in a fish tank. And I love using them, and they snap off pretty easy. And you can get all different shapes and sizes. So the only thing is the glue does melt because it's plastic. Because they're plastic leaves, they're not paper leaves. The glue will melt the plastic if you're not careful. So again, I'm not going to cut this down short because I want to do sort of something else with them. Stick these in. Oops. So thank you for all the comments that were left on the last two videos. I really do appreciate it. I was so thrilled about the response the last two videos got. And yeah, I just want to thank you all for leaving all those comments, because I do take the time to read them. and reread them. So thank you for that. And thank you for all those who's subscribing to me too. I think we're now on something like 47 subscribers. You can sort of see where I'm going with this. It doesn't take long to fill. It really doesn't. And I'm thinking when we get to, I don't know, let's say when we get to about 80 subscribers, of doing a competition maybe. If anybody, if you can all sort of share my video. So what, let me just talk about this a minute. What I've done is I've glued that in between the two petals, and then I've sort of, to cover the glue, I've put there, and you put the forget-me-not in, sorry, and you can play about with it. I mean, with this project there is no right or wrong way to do it. You can use it for a miniature decoration on your table, or you can use it in your craft, your trims, you know, the trim, no, I didn't put the video up, you know, your flower that I made the other day. You can put, instead of sort of putting a bead in the centre, you can go ahead and put one of these, and they do make a hell of a lot of difference. So yeah, like I say, 47 I think subscribers, which I'm well chuffed at. And it just throws me on the views sometimes. I mean, don't get me wrong, the subscribers is fantastic, but sometimes the views, just to think that somebody's watched my video 50 times, you know, obviously it's not, may not be the same person, but it's just, I'm just so grateful for the fact somebody is watching. And YouTube's on, videos on YouTube give me so much inspiration, and sometimes it can, when you look at somebody else's work, it can set off an idea for you to do something too. So it's not just all about them teaching you something, it can set off your own imagination, which is what I love about it really. Right, as you can see, that's filling up quite nicely now. So let me just show you like that. I've got, as I call them, spider webs everywhere from the glue gun now. Right, the little trick that I wanted to show you, I don't know whether it's going to work on this project, but we'll give it a go. The wire from the flowers, this is why I didn't want to get rid of them. If you wrap it around something that's round, you've got almost like a spring. Got spider webs again. Right, let's do another wire. And you can use these sort of, like I say, you can use these flowers on tables for the miniature house. Let's see. Let's stick it in there. I do want there, so I'm just going to break that, ties that apart a little bit. And do I not have another wire? Here's my paintbrush. I'm using a paintbrush to round the wire, but you can use anything. Use almost anything. Okay, so we're at that, and now I know you can't see that rose, so I'm just gonna rise him up a bit, and I might just stick a leaf just under him so you get to see a bit more of him. Okay, just right, let me get rid of these spider webs, because they do look like spider webs when they're glue gun. And I just want to cut underneath. And that is how I would do my own flower cluster, and they look so pretty when they go on your work. It gives that more, well, it gives them a more personal touch. But I'm just picking off all the spider webs. I need to stop now. So there you are, there's my own flower clusters. For all your subscriptions and your comments, it means the world to me, and I will speak to you all very soon. Crafting, give it a go, it's the best way. Bye now.